What's up, Falcon fans and non-Falcon fans? On today's episode of Atlanta Falcons 2023 Depth Chart Review, Part 3. This time is the tight end position, and we can clearly see that Kyle Pitts' face is plastered on the screen there, so clearly that's a good sign in my opinion. So if you guys like this type of content, let me know by hitting that like button, share this video with your friends and foe until the day of time, and also, if you guys like this channel so much, please hit that subscribe button. It helps out your boy a lot with this channel, so thank you guys for the people that have been doing that. And also, if you hate this type of content, hit that dislike button. It won't hurt your boy's feelings. Okay, maybe just a little bit. So on that note, let's continue with the video. So I want to briefly mention that the offensive side of the ball will probably have a different 12 personnel or 11 personnel. That's how Arthur Smith loved to do it back when he was with the Tennessee Titans, because Jonnu Smith was their starting tight end over there. But since we have Kyle Pitts, I think both of the tight ends will be on the field with over 1,000 snaps. Counts that really change how we run this offense. So let's dive deeper with all the rest of the tight ends. Kyle Pitts is a very interesting player to talk about because he was drafted high as the 4th overall pick back in 2021, where the Atlanta Falcons signed him to a 4-year contract worth $32 million. We all know that Kyle Pitts is a beast in the trenches. He was targeted 110 times, caught 68 receptions, and a grand total of 1,026 yards and 1 touchdown on his rookie year. Because of Matt Ryan's knowledge of understanding the game and how everything goes and how you attack a defense without any hesitations. And on that note, coming to this year, it was a down year. We clearly see it on the stat sheet right here, where he only got to play 10 games. He got hurt with the Bears with a lower knee injury that ended his season. But even still, it wasn't like his rookie campaign because of 2 factors. Number one, different quarterbacks. We have Matt Ryan, now we have Marcus Mariota at the helm, and you can clearly tell that the chemistry was not there with those 2 guys, regardless if it's Kyle Pitts or Marcus Mariota's fault or the scheme-wise fault. It just wasn't there. Not a lot of trust, a lot of, one way, the other way, and the fadeaway type of situation where the quarterback believes that Kyle Pitts is doing one route, and then Kyle Pitts believes that Marcus Mariota is doing one other quarterback throw. And so you can clearly see on the stats right here where it shows you that the chemistry of the targets and the receptions are really lackluster. And number 2, the Atlanta Falcons really pride themselves in trying to ground and pound the run game this season because they had a mobile quarterback can kind of give them the leeway, unlike Matt Ryan, where he's more of a pocket passer, and they realize that, so they just stick with the throwing of the arm talent of Matt Ryan that still was pretty good, okay? And so that's why Kyle Pitts had a down year. So will he change? I think so. I think when Desmond Ridder comes in the helm, he can throw and run, and so I think hopefully Kyle Pitts will go back into his all-pro year. Now we have a brand new weapon for Desmond Ridder to use in the offensive game, and this is a very interesting person because back in 2021 on March the 19th, the New England Patriots signed Jonnu Smith to a $50 million contract for 4 years. But in those 2 years, he hasn't panned out like he was supposed to when he was with the Tennessee Titans, and it was a very lackluster situation for him and for the Patriots. So this year free agency, the Atlanta Falcons decided to trade their 7th-round draft pick in exchange for Jonnu Smith's services, and that's how we got our young blood over here. So the question is, why was it a down year for Jonnu Smith with the New England Patriots? And I'm pretty sure they probably used him wrong, and they didn't use him to his best abilities. Now, I clearly do not watch any Patriots games, and I have no intentions to watch any Patriots games. Maybe until I do my Atlanta Falcons case files to really dive deep into the situation on why he wasn't used right. But, it feels weird to me because Bill Belichick always finds great or always finds average players, but turn them into great players. So that's very interesting to dive deep and maybe read more articles about why this hasn't panned out, because it is a very surprising pick to me, to be honest with you guys. So is it Jonnu Smith's fault for not being better, or is it the system that he's dealt with that wasn't giving him the right treatment to succeed? But even still, last year, it wasn't what anybody expected from him. He did get hurt. He only got to play in 14 games. Clearly see right here on the stat sheet. Yeah, no touchdowns. Only, I think it was the trust probably, and they acknowledged there were just way more important options and weaponry in that Patriots offense, where the whoever quarterback it was during that time felt more comfortable throwing to them, not to Jonnu Smith. But even still, I feel very confident in saying this, that Jonnu Smith will have a fantastic year with us, because he's playing with Desmond Ridder, who has stated, and we see on the film and game tape, that he loves throwing the balls to tight end position, including Michael Pruitt, who was just beasting and feasting when he got those opportunities, unlike when he was with Marcus Mariota and with the other tight ends. That Desmond Ridder really loves using the tight ends to move the chain. So I'm very confident enough that he will do the same thing for Jonnu Smith. Now let's talk about the other tight end players that we have on the roster. First off, we did re-sign Parker Hesse to a 1-year contract worth less than $1 million. And I know a lot of people probably say, well, he didn't contribute a lot last year. Well, remember, he was mostly used as a blocking tight end, and also he had to transition into a tight end when he was a linebacker from Iowa. So he had to develop and learn to figure out how to work a different position. But even still, when he did get those opportunities for reception, you know, he didn't falter. He did what he had to do to try to move the chains, and I thought he did that pretty well, with 11 targets, with 9 receptions, with a grand total of 81 yards and 0 touchdowns. But his best longest reception was against the Cleveland Browns, with 22 on that really important first down conversion he put out in place for us. Now, we also have John Fitzpatrick, who was a rookie last year, and we got him in the 6th round. And we signed him to a 4-year contract worth $3 million. He's mostly a running, blocking tight end, not really known for his pass catching abilities. But even still, it's unfortunately for him that during the September, he was placed on injury reserve, so he did not get a single snap count on the field. But hopefully this year, he learned his playbook, he understands a little bit more better about Arthur Smith's system, and he's ready to go to rock out for us. Then you have these 2 lesser name known tight ends, John Rain and Tucker Fisk. I hope I said my boys' name right. I don't want to butcher them, but to be honest with you guys, I think they're going to be practice squad members / cuts. I don't think they're going to make the 53-man roster for this upcoming season, unfortunately for them, but I do wish them the best luck where they can find any opportunities in the NFL. And then that leaves us with the king of the Razorbacks, and that is Philippe Franks, quarterback / tight end. We signed our boy to a 3-year contract worth $2 million for an undrafted quarterback. Of course, in his rookie year, he got a chance to, be behind some of the quarterbacks tiers for us, and then Arthur Smith decided to switch him up to being a tight end. But unfortunately, it never panned out for both sides of the party, because we're hoping that Philippe Franks can use his unnatural, potential of his athleticism to get separation, to catch balls whenever he needed to. But his route running was not good at all, and clearly he was a working project, and I was hoping Arthur Smith can unlock that, but it didn't seem like it was going anywhere, and that's why he hasn't been a lot in the play call snaps. So hopefully this year, if he improved on that, I think he'll have a fighting chance to be on the squad. But if he doesn't do it during summer and fall camp and during the preseason, where those are the critical times, I don't see my boy making the roster spot. Hopefully I'm wrong. I want this guy to be an all-star for us in some other way. I just don't want to see a good man go. But if he can't ball, he doesn't get the call, in my opinion. But on that note, I do wish him the best of luck, though. If you guys are still here at the very end, thank you guys so much for watching this content. I know you guys, you don't have to, but I appreciate it a lot, and I always love making these type of videos for you guys. So what do Falcons do? Rise up. Until the next episode, show love and peace to the world, and peace.